Breastfeeding Blueprints, day 22 and 23. Okay, these days, and you know what, let's just add 24 because everything happens like this. And I'm trying not to do this, but it's sometimes all like this, all the same times. Okay, now that I got that out of my system, what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about dairy, all right? We're going to talk about dairy and breast milk. And, you know, when you guys Google it, it's like, well, if your kiddo is having too much gas, then take out dairy. So I'm going to give you the medical professional way, and then I will give you what I recommend to my families. So medically speaking, the only time that we are going to tell you to take out the dairy is if we have evidence of blood in baby's stools. And so then we know it's a milk protein allergy. We know that is happening. We know there is trouble to the gut. And then we're going to tell you to take out the dairy. Now here's a kicker. Dairy, when you take it out, it takes full 2 weeks to get it out of your system. So we might have to kind of figure out some things to do intermittently. All right. So, however, anecdotally and GI stuff, what is happening is that your GI is developing. I mean, not to go through all the technical, but your enzymes are developing to handle that protein, to handle that lactose, to handle that dairy part of it. So it's not uncommon that when you eat a huge load of dairy, so let's say you had pasta with cheese and you followed up with ice cream and milk, and I think that's my dinner tonight. All right. Okay. So going back to this. If you have that, and then your baby has a little bit of gas, that's a huge dairy load to their system, okay? So what I recommend is, like, if you're seeing that, just cut it down. And remember, butter, creamers in your coffee, that's all dairy products. The other thing is I've seen here and there is my families that have soy. And guys, soy is in almost everything, okay? Like, you're surprised how much soy is in there. But instead of diving down this and kind of pulling your hair out and just being like, oh my goodness, something is terribly, terribly wrong with my kiddo, why don't we just start not giving them these huge loads and cut it down? Because by the time, here's the kicker, and I've seen it, by the time you get all the dairy out, they're 2 weeks older when they were before. And so much is changing that they don't give a care. And yes, there are some kids that will have dairy sensitivity for their whole first year, but that sensitivity could be just adjusted with lowering the load of it rather than completely cutting it out and then pulling your hair. Because if you've ever talked to a mom that has actually had to do it for medical reasons, it is not a fun solution to be in. So that's a take on, you know, these days with breastfeeding, because it kind of props up around there and you're just trying to make your baby feel better, right? You don't want them to be in pain. And always, always, please, please either join our Red Tent community. Come on over, guys. It's actually been a lot of fun there. And get one-on-one stuff with me. I have virtual hours on there as well that we can talk about this, or go to your pediatrician because they got your back. All right, guys. Thanks.